Alright, here we go. Welcome to the first Lifessa Lounge with me, Ben.
I'm Leon.
I'm Josh.
And so we're going to be bringing you this on a weekly basis. It's the first podcast. We're kicking it off. It'll come with you every Sunday. We'll be hitting you up during the week with other videos that come along as well. So basically how this has come about, we've got the three of us. We kind of frequently over the last couple of years have been catching up, kicking around different ideas in our head, and then we were like, you know what, it's time to just get moving on this. So we've got Lifessa that we've set up, Life's Essential Advice. In essence, what that's doing is, my feeling is out there's just a whole load of people who are set up, they're pumped on that motivational piece, you know, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got people who want to do stuff, so they're like, I know I've got an idea, and then they go somewhere and they're like, I'm pumped up, and then they come out, and they're all pumped up to do something, but they still don't know what it is they need to do to take it from A to B, through B to C, and to get the actual goal into reality, right? And arguably, yes, what it takes is the work, and you need to take the time and effort to actually do the research and work it out. Yeah. But the bottom line is, people are lazy, right? That's why they go into these people to pump them up in the first place. So what this is intended to bring to the table is, yeah, we're going to give you a bit of motivation, the things you need to follow, the habits to be successful, etc. But with the practical knowledge and skills you need to do and start as we start to build a database of people already, so that as we reach out to you and you come back and reach out to us, telling us what you want to hear, telling us your ideas and some of the businesses you want to bring to life, will help build those connections and actually take your idea from in your mind to actually bringing it into reality, right? So over the coming weeks, you're going to see us going through various topics on how to manage your mindset, different business agendas and ideas. Each of us bring a different thing to the table. So I think what we'll do is we just do a round. What you did, this is going to be quite fluent. Like we just kick the ball round, right, when we're doing these. So I mean, we'll just go through what we'll bring to the table. Leon, I don't know if you just want to start with what brought you into this.
Well, like Ben said, we've been talking. We had our own group before, just the three of us, where we used to just talk about life, talk about ideas, talk about being our own bosses, talk about helping people. I think helping people is, for me, one of the key things. You know, when I look in the mirror and sort of think about myself, what I enjoy, what I like doing, I come to realise that I'm a person that I like to help people. I like to help my family members, I like to help my friends, and I ran a business called Star Billing with two other partners before, and that was the blueprint behind that. It was a sports and entertainment management business, and again trying to help people. So I think when Ben first initially came up with the concept of Lifessa, he reached out to me, he reached out to Josh, and what he was talking about and what the blueprint was and what the aims were basically trying to help people, trying to connect the dots from people going, wanting to do something, wanting to be something, but don't really know how to get there, don't really know how to walk the journey. So I think for myself, being able to help people connect those dots and be in a position where I can say, you know what, we're doing things the right way. You know, there's so many people out there that own businesses and the ethics behind it aren't quite right. I think to have a business where we're doing something that we enjoy, we're doing stuff where we're trying to help people, I think is really important. So for myself, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to try and make a difference out there to where you know, we're taking people from A to B, and they appreciate the work that we put behind, because we're trying to make their dreams a reality and so forth. You know, what we're trying to do as well is we're trying to make our dreams a reality. So the two go hand in hand. So yeah, that's myself. You know, I'm 33 years old. I'm a family man. I've got a 5-year-old daughter. I'm married just recently as well. So 2016 for me, I think, has been a time where I've laid a lot of the foundations down. You know, I've had ups and I've had downs, just like everybody out there, just like you, just like everybody. But I think this year I've got myself now into a position where, you know what, I'm ready now. I think I'm ready to take my life to the next level and for me to take my next life to the next level, I can then help people as well. So yeah, that's me. So I'll hand you guys over to Josh now, and he'll give you a little bit of background. The thing as well is, this is all new to us, so this is the first podcast. We're all excited.
It's like a diary. It's
gonna map the success of the track.
Yeah, it's like tracking it. It's like, this is the first time. It's our first podcast. It's our first episode.
Josh is experienced in podcasts. Though,
yeah, I've had 2 podcasts before previously, very different to this one. But this is our first podcast. It's like our diary in the sense that you're joining us as we're starting off, and you'll see our growth. You'll see as we progress in the podcast how we change and how the podcast develops, and how the same way the business and the way we help you guys develops as well. Me personally, I was just drawn to this because of I've talked to Ben about this we've been talking about this for like the last 3 or 4 years, and it's just like it's time to like get going with it. Me and Ben are in agreement in the sense that a lot of motivational speakers, they get you all G'd up, but they get you G'd up with nowhere to go. It's like a church, in the sense that the church always looks for people at the bottom, and they get you there, but they teach you, they tell you everything, but not that last piece of the puzzle to get you to salvation. Because if you had that little last piece of salvation, you never come into the church. So we're trying to like give you that bridge. We're trying to help you from the time you you're on YouTube. From the time you're on YouTube and you're getting all that motivational advice from all these motivational speakers, we're trying to say, well, all right, so now you're G'd up. What tips do you need? What skills do you need? What advice do you need? Things that you wouldn't know on a day-to-day basis, we'll just throw it out there and help you. Me personally, I come from a finance background. I'm a qualified accountant. Accountancy isn't as exciting as this. Accountancy is more of just based on the numbers, but with accountancy, I understand what makes a business successful. I understand the basics of what profit and loss is, what balance sheet is. I can tell you, I understand that in business, number one thing that's important is driving sales. If without sales, you have no revenues. And that will be broke down in other articles you see through. But yeah, I'm just excited because I'm excited to help people. It's exciting. We're all excited, so we're all here. So we're here to help you. And we look forward to you joining us on our journey.
That's it, man. That's it.
No, I threw them on the way because you know me, like I'm pumped, and so and now we've kind of kicked around the table. We've done the individual bits and get into a bit of conversation and like me, I'm bringing to the table because I need to be doing stuff all the time. Like
Iron Man.
We've got the running joke in the group. It's like man versus machine. Like they're dumb things that I do. I swear to God, I got like ridiculous amounts of energy. I don't know where they came from. A couple of weeks ago, I raced guys on the DLR. I beat them 4 stops. Destination I leave. I nearly killed myself to do it, but I beat them. So I've just got mad energy. I go home at nights. I need to be able to work. I'm working till 12:30 at night. I'm waking up 4:35 in the morning. I just have to be moving. So I'm pumped to be starting.
Let me give you a little bit back on this guy. We did Tough Mudder together about 3 years ago, and all the way through,
Tough Mudder.
We did Tough Mudder, and all the way through, I was like, I can't do this, and this guy's effing and blind at me, trying to get me pumped. At one point, he was having a go. He was actually motivating me, and someone turned around and goes, "Oi!" He was like, he thought he was having a go with his missus.
I told him no, because I told you, there was 2 stages. There was one. I was like, you need to eat these bananas, like, because you were getting cramped from about a mile in, right? And I was getting vexed by about 10 miles in, right? Because I was like, you need to have these bananas. One guy comes to me, he goes, nah, he doesn't have to have the banana if he doesn't want to. I'm like, I'm not talking to you. and then my guy goes and actually picks up one of the bananas himself. I'm like, why are you even getting involved in this conversation? So by the end of it, I was just, after all the training you'd be doing, I did not think I'd be shouting at you for 10 miles.
But yeah, we completed it, and we're here.
It's all about mindset, because again, like I just told you guys, I got married a couple of months, in July this year, we're now in October. From here. But basically, we went to Vegas for my stag, and from January through to June, Ben ran a boot camp, and obviously in January it's cold, and it was very easy. The thing is that it's very easy to not even bother do it. But believe me, week in, week out, in the cold, we were there every Sunday morning doing this boot camp. Why? Because we wanted to get in shape for Vegas. And when you break it down, it's the mindset that, oh, we're going to Vegas, let's all get in shape. The moment we went to Vegas finished, boot camp stopped, and the crew, are any of them training as hard as they were then? I know that I stopped. And why? Because the mindset changed. The mindset was gone from, yeah, Vegas, there's no Vegas now, do I need to train? And it's very important what I've realised, that it's all about the mindset. If you get the mindset right, you set yourself a goal and you keep going, then you can't fail. You can't fail.
I think in agreement with what you're saying, I think what Ben has is discipline, because a lot of times we get motivated and everyone gets motivated, and that motivation eventually extinguishes itself and dies. But what you need after motivation is the discipline. I think what Ben will instill in you guys as well as us is discipline to carry on and stay focused on what you want to achieve. Because a lot of times you can get motivated the first 6 months of your idea, and then you're like, it's going, the beginning stage you get excited, and then afterwards you get through the tough times, and that's when discipline has to kick in, because that's when you have to stay the course of the journey. And that's what hopefully we'll be able to give you tips and life hacks how to stay on the course of the journey. And and realize sometimes you will fail, and you have to keep going on, and hopefully we'll be here to keep you.
It's cool. Do you know what? Like, what made me laugh? I didn't even feel bad about it. Is when you messaged me, like, you were like, I played 2 games of pro, and then I thought, shit, Ben's gonna be pissed with me about this. So, and then the next day, about 2 days later, I see you putting on, anybody want to buy a new copy of the new Pro Evo? Just bought, unboxed, you can have it. I was like, I don't even feel bad that you were doing that, because obviously I'm about to start up this with you, so I'm like, I need to know that you're not sitting there on a computer while I'm sitting there slaving over a laptop into the late hours, right? So I didn't even feel bad. That kind of made me happy. But yeah, the discipline thing, I just, like I say, I need to be moving all the time. I hate downtime. I was talking to somebody the other day, and she was like, you need to watch this new program. I was like, you're not understanding. I can't watch TV programs. I'll be honest, first thing I did, the reason I can't watch TV programs, I watched The Wire before, right? And The Wire, I watched the whole thing all the way through, and I'm like, I can't watch TV programs anymore because I can't have disruption in my life. She's like, why don't you watch it between when you finish working and when you go to bed? I'm like, you're not fully understanding the conversations we're having, are you? When I finish working, I go to bed. I'm going to bed because I've done with my work for the day. There's no break in the middle, because I wake up in the morning and I'll be like, shit, I wasted an hour and I can't get that hour back. So you need to, and we'll drum this in over time. There's certain principles and keys that you need to have, and it's like, one is the importance of time. How key an asset that is. Like, you can have money in the bank, which can fluctuate, and go up and go down with how much effort and work that you put in. But there is one bank, and it's been said by a lot of people, it comes out motivational people who have been a success, but there's one bank that gives you a set amount of deposit each day, and that's your time. You've got 24 hours. Actually, Doug, I was running the other day, and I'm running along. This guy wakes up and he goes to me, it's just there's not enough hours in the day. And I'm slowly drumming this thing out of him, but I put the ABS brakes on my run, and I was like, I put a voice note in the group. I'm like, nah, you know what we're about. I can't be hearing that kind of stuff come out. So it's cool. I'll keep drumming that in, and I'll probably get on these guys' nerves from time to time. But that's what's taken us from the conception to here, right? Because now it's about the execution. It's about bringing it to life. I think for me, and I'm not gonna lie, I think he's helped all of us. Like, big, huge lover of Gary Vee. Like, because what I love about him is he's not trying to be a motivational speaker, right? He's like, I'm not a motivational speaker, but in the fact that he executes every day, he is. So you got the people who are going out there and saying, I'm a motivational speaker because you need to do this, that, and the other. And then you've got him who says, forget that, this is what you need to do. I mean, did you see the one where he was on doing his boot sales last week?
Yeah.
My man's got millions in the bank, and he's still going to do boot sales for $300, right?
$300.
Like, that's not for him. That's for playing out to everybody else to say, this is what you need to do. This is how easy it is. I can even make time to still go and do this, and I don't even need to do it, right? So I'll always.
It's all in the execution, because, for example, I went and saw Eric Thomas.
Mr. E.T.
Yeah,
hip hop preacher, man.
Big up E.T. though. Big up E.T. I'm a big fan. Went to see him. I think it was last month, and I went with 4 other guys. But the thing is like what Ben was saying earlier, and Josh mentioned as well, is I was pumped when I left ET, pumped. But then it's, what do I do now? And the reality is what did I do after that straight away? And what did the other 4 or 5 people that I went with do? What have they done? So that's a conversation that I'll have with them once they probably see this, and they'll hear what I'm saying. But what have they actually done? And it's because we didn't really have any direction of where to go after the ET thing. So we've been talking for however long now, and then now we're actually doing something. Do you know what I mean? We are actually in the doing part, and that's what you've got to do. There's no point talking all of the time. Just like there's one girl that I know, and she says, "Oh, I want to get a 6-pack," and I was like, "Okay, do you go to the gym?" No. Do you eat well? Not really. I'm probably gonna go and get a McDonald's today. Okay. So how are you gonna get a 6-pack?
You're gonna wish it and they see it. And
I want a 6. And I'm just thinking to myself, so you want these things, but you're not willing to do anything about it.
Let me just pull you there. The secret. If I think about it and I put it out there, then I'll get my 6-pack.
But you know what? This is so. This is one of the things. So and a lot of these books that people have with the buzzwords, they come out of texts that have been around for like forever, right? And I've signed up to courses over the years, and I've done all the downloads. So I've seen all of this. And when people come to me and are like, "Yeah, I've read this book, and if I believe it in my mind, I can bring it into reality." And let me be quite clear, right? There are certain principles that you have to have in life. So you have to have self-belief.
Yeah.
You have to have endurance. Yeah. You have to have patience and understand that what looks like overnight successes never were. Lots of things went on in the background, right? Yeah. So I'm all an advocate, and you'll hear it as we come out of these week by week, that it is about the mindset. It is all about having that positive outlook, that being able to stay on. But let's be clear, what your mind can conceive, right, and you can bring to reality, only happens when you take action and execute. So don't sit there and wake up every morning and be like, "Yeah, I'm going to be positive. Great. What are the actions and the things you're doing to execute it?" And the ultimate is, everybody's sitting there like, "Well, I'm positive and I really want this, and I wake up every day with a positive outlook. Why am I not getting what I want?" What are you actually doing, as you've said there? Yeah. Well, I'm not actually doing anything. Like, so this, and it frustrates the hell out of me, right? Because I've spoken to people before, and I'm like, and I've had friends in the past, actually, I had a girlfriend at one point who said this to me, and she moaned about a job, and I'm like, right, you can do one of two things. You can moan at me, and I will listen to it if you're looking for another job. Because I'll take that, because you're trying to do something, you're just having a hard time. Or, if you're not looking for a job, don't moan. Okay? Don't come and moan to me and you're not doing anything to actually fix it. And I know it sounds blunt, and I've spoken to people before, they're like, "You're blunt," and I'm like, but I'm not a horrible guy. I'm a nice guy underlying, but I will be blunt. Don't moan to me if you're not taking action. I will help you through the fact that you're going through challenging times, but don't moan and not be doing anything else to fix it yourself, right? Like that again, that just frustrates. I can't take being around people like that. You either, I'll talk to you either come round to my way of thinking or my mindset, or you need to get gone, because it's just not going to work. We're not going to click.
So if you're not willing to put the work in, it's more or less saying, this is not a podcast for you. We're not here to motivate you and lead you in no direction. We're here to motivate you and give you a direction of how you want to achieve your goals. And when we talk about success is different for everybody, different people. So when we say success, we're not always talking about financial success. We're not always talking about business, entrepreneurs. We're talking about success in your life. What do you want to achieve in your life, and what do you want and what goals have you set for yourself? So we'll be giving you different tips on how to achieve your level of success. I also want to make it more interactive, so in the sense that as well as we're doing a podcast, we have different pages. So we have an Instagram page called
Lifessa, yeah.
How do you spell that?
Lifessa.
And we have a Facebook page,
which is Life's Essential Advice.
On the Facebook page,
Life's Essential Advice.
But we'll keep the links will be when we post it up. I don't know. They'll be above. They'll be down. They'll be somewhere on the video when you're seeing this.
Also, I want to see your comments on YouTube. I want to hear your stories on Facebook. I want to see when you see the posts on Instagram. I want to be able to interact with you and understand. Because of like Gary, we want to hear your success stories. We want to hear how we're influencing you and how our tips are helping you, so we can understand and improve how we interact with interact with you guys. So our Instagram, our YouTube page is Lifessa as well. So I'll post once the podcast is up. I'll post the links for that. The SoundCloud will be up soon. It's Lifessa, and the same thing will be on iTunes, Lifessa, and episode 1. So once we post this up, so the first, I think initially you'll see the post on the Facebook page and on Instagram. And then going forward, every week we'll be releasing the podcast.
And we're gonna have, and my view is we're just gonna have snippets in the middle as well. So some of the stuff that we put on the website, so you can check us out at lifessa.com, again lifessa.com. You can check us out. We've got all our blogs and article posts that are going up on there. And again, for me, do you know what? I love to interact with people, and I love to talk to people who are in a positive mindset, whether I know them, I'm new to them. So I want to understand what you liked about something, what you didn't, things that you want to learn more about. Because like I say, we're building up a database and the team is going to get bigger. But at this moment in time, I needed to make sure I had the right people at the start to get things moving, who are going to be ready there when I'm saying to you, right, we need to do this and I want to do it in this timeline. I'm not going to hear excuses and come through. So that's why we're starting with a relatively small team. The team will build out. We're already building the database in the background. But I want to know what people are keen to hear about so we can make sure we're bringing the right stuff to the table. Cool. And the interaction piece, again, I want to hear people popping up in the inbox on the Facebook. I want to see people messaging on the Instagram, because again, I just love to interact with people.
Yes, as much as I like the likes and the shares, I love to hear your comments. I love seeing people's comments. I love seeing how different points might relate to you and how different points might not relate to you, and what your insights and on different posts. So I love seeing it because it's great, because then I can say, okay, well, they didn't get this, and I understand why, and we can discuss it, and through discussion you get clarity.
But also it will help with maybe the following week's podcast, where something may come up within that week from a comment, and then we can address it the next coming week and say, you know what, we're going back to address this comment, this is what happened in the week, blah blah blah. So yeah, it's all about comments and interaction, like these two have said. So definitely hit us up on all the different social media platforms. We're definitely active on social media now. That's the way it's all going. So
that's the way forward, right? I had this thought the other day. So I was running along, and I was running, and I ran past a tube station. I think I ran past a DLR station, and I saw the evening standard out there. And I actually thought to myself, if the tube had a better Wi-Fi network, would there even be an evening standard in Metro?
Yeah.
And I know at the moment in this intro session we're kind of kicking around, and each of the sessions when we open up going forward will have a fixed purpose. But I just want to reference on being on that social media platform, right? Because I'm like, I was walking along and I see full stacks of papers, and then when I look up, all I'm seeing is someone's on their phone like this. So when it's about interaction, now it's about interaction on here. And I don't really understand. I know the people who moan and groan in the world, they're like, yeah, everybody's into technology. I'm so glad I grew up with technology. To be honest, I understand what you're saying, that when they're referring to it like kids and they're spending all their time indoors. I think it's about a balance. I don't think necessarily kids are spending all the time indoors. But I don't understand the people who go against it, because I'm like, I can right now on this phone interact with somebody in Australia or the US or Russia or Africa or anywhere, right? You take this away from me, I can't do anything. So I never see that as a bad thing. And what I've noticed as we start to work more over this is literally just becoming it. You could take, do you know what? I could walk down the road tomorrow, you could take everything from me as long as you leave with my phone. And if my house is well, then you don't take my laptop. If I've got my laptop and my phone, I can live, right? You can steal everything else from me, steal my wallet, I don't care, because I'll log into my bank account on my phone.
Everybody knows that as well, because everybody who's going to watch this knows how important their phone is to them.
And they're probably watching it on the phone right now, right? I guarantee you there's going to be 80% of people, 80-90% of people watch it on their phone, and about a 10% subset who sit there and watch it on their laptop, right? Or the other ones will hook up to their YouTube and watch it on their TV.
Yeah,
so and that's why we'll be on there. So we've got more coming to the podcast. We'll pick up. You'll see the videos, so you'll see the weekly Lifessa Lounge on here. That will be posted up. We'll be putting that point every Sunday. You'll see stuff as we start to go through the week. We'll drop in individual stuff. You're going to see the Snapchat coming soon. So what we'll do with the Snapchat is that we'll follow the three of us. So we might split it off. Like, certain days you'll be following Leon, certain days you'll be following me, certain days you'll be following Josh, and we'll just run through different things. Because again, another big platform, right? Obviously you've got the Instagram stories. So we'll be increasing our visibility over the social media platforms. And I think as long as we just get that engagement there, obviously we'll be reaching out to you guys anyway. But like I say, anything that you want to hear about that will build what we have as topics going forwards. Ultimately, these we'll start setting up. First session today, but we'll start setting up like Facebook Lives so we can interact with you during the actual podcast. That's what I want to have when we've got the actual, we're kicking around in here and then we've got the questions coming up. Because the questions coming up, they just keep it dynamic, right? Like I said, like we said earlier, and like I think it's Eric Thomas, the first person who said it, right? Like nobody likes cold food, right? So it doesn't need to be that we're planning out. I mean, I'm not going to script this. I never turn up with a script of what I'm going to say. I know the topic and I'll talk about it, because as long as you know your topic agenda, you don't need to spray out line by line verbatim. We're not robots, right? And I'm not trying to be. So we'll set up things like that going forwards. There's a difference between a machine and a robot.
What you'll find is that me and Liam are more human, and you'll see that Ben will have goals at us because we're more human. We have different.
I was en route here this morning, man. I was in the car. He's kind of picked me up. We're en route here. I take a picture of myself on Snapchat, and I'm like, boy, there's some tired eyes there, man. Because I was up. I think you heard the guy this morning. I laid in my bed, and I laid in for about half an hour, and I was like, you need to just relax. Listen to your words and just take a piece of rest. But then I got restless. I had to get up, man. I had to get up and do something.
He doesn't listen to his own advice, but he's driven. He's driven, and it's infectious. It's always been infectious. I've spoken to people and I said, you know what? Ben's my friend. He's actually younger than me. Both of these guys are younger than me.
But I look older.
You probably wouldn't think of it looking at me, but both of these guys are younger than me. But they help motivate me. They help drive me, both of them. And you know, I've always said I look at Ben as being my sort of life coach. He's helped me through some tough times. He helped, like I said, get me motivated and get me ready for Vegas when we was going. And I've always respected Josh for what he does as well. You know, he's had a podcast. He was doing it every single week. Do you know what I mean? He was in the doing. There's so many people that talk. He was in the doing, and that's infectious, man. So we're here now. Lifessa Lounge. It's the first one. You know, what's it, the 22nd of October today?
Yeah, 23rd
now. 23rd of October 2016, Lifessa Lounge.
Episode 1.
I'm not even allowed, I was just snapping it there.
And
just a quick snap of what was going on.
Yeah, man, and you know, I'm excited. I'm
pumped, man, and you can follow us whilst you're waiting on that. I mean, you've got my Snapchat, Speedy86. You can follow along. Like, you see as this builds, because for me, it's all about you document it on the way, and this is when I look back. We're gonna see it from point here to the end, and that's gonna build the story, because it's all about, as I say, for me, it's just all about that. Okay, I'm snapping again. It's all about it's about the execution, and from tracking our execution, I just want, when you're watching this at home, when you're reading some of the articles we're posting, just needs to be, okay, so whatever you've got going on in your mind, yeah, actually, right, I'm sitting at home on a Sunday, let me get moving. So my question to you would be, when you're listening to this now on a Sunday, what have you planned for the next week, and what actions are you going to take towards your long-term goals that you can, when we come back next week, you can be posting and saying, do you know what, this kicked us off and this is what I managed to do this week. Because what I find is a lot of people, they have what I call is a dream, but they don't have a goal. So they're like, I want to be rich. I'm like, okay, well, what is rich to you? And they can't give me a number, and they can't give me a timeline, right? What do you want to get done? Because if you don't have a goal and you can't break it down into milestones, then you're not going to get there, right? It's like if you set off in your car and you don't really know where your destination is, then how the hell are you going to map out how to get there? So I think that's another key. Like, you need to differentiate when you're getting pumped up. What is it specifically you're pumped up for? So you have a hazy idea, but if I say to you right now, what is your goal? What is the dream? If you can't roll it off your tongue and be specific to me, it's not an issue for me, but it is an issue for you. You need to go back and you need to rework and understand what that is. And to be honest, if you're happy right now and you're feeling all good, then you've got it in life, right? You're already winning. So not everybody, success is different for all different people. But if you're sitting there and you're not happy and you're like, right, I'm not happy now. Okay, so where is it you need to get to be happy? And don't have a hazy dream, like, don't have a hazy goal. Get it down and be specific about it. That's your end goal. Map it out from here to here, milestone to milestone. Yes, it's going to take time, so don't lose patience if it doesn't pay off in 3 months. Like, nobody makes a success in 3 months, right?
No.
We hear about a company that's just blowing up, and it looks like, I didn't know about that company last night, and now it's just gone for $1 million or $1 billion, right? But behind that, it's just about that execution. It's about those clear goals. It's about the practical steps you need to take to get from where you are to where you want to be, and that's what's going to be drumming out through these podcasts going forwards. And as you'll see, we'll kick off, we'll have specific comments. This one was more set up as an intro, just to get to know us, see kind of the team behind the dream, as I call it the other day. And then you'll get to know us going forwards, right? Like I said, I expect to see interactions on the Facebook. I'm looking forward to it. I'm buzzing, I'm pumped up, man. Like, even more pumped up than I usually am. I'm good to go, man.
So this is episode 1 of the Lifessa Lounge.
Lifessa Lounge.
Thanks for joining us.
Alright.
And check us out. Where are you going to check us out? You've got Facebook, Life's Essential Advice. You've got at Lifessa on Instagram.
Lifessa on YouTube, Lifessa at SoundCloud, and Lifessa. iTunes will be Lifessa, so that's all coming. The links will be coming soon.
And then the Snapchat will also be coming to a town near you. My Snapchat, I've started snapping a lot more. You know, I got one of my guys earlier in the week, and he was like, you know what, Leon, keep doing those morning motivation snaps because they're motivating me, they're keeping me going. And I was like, rah, and I
see you were happy about that, innit?
You know,
I see you put a snap out, somebody just made my day.
Yeah, I screenshotted it and then I sent it to these lot, and I was like we've only just started this and it's already touching people. And that's, you know, I want to build a legacy. I want to give back, and if I can touch somebody and I'm making a difference to their day, then that's what this is about, man. That's what I'm about. It's what these two guys are about.
That's what we're here for, right?
This is what Lifessa is about. So follow us, man. Support us as well. People watching, support us. We're gonna do big things, man. We're gonna do big things.
It's coming. And obviously check us out at www.lifessa.com. That's where you'll find all the articles and the posts. We're gonna start building that out and adding more to it. Again, anything you want to hear, let me know. Post comments on there. Again, interaction, talk to us. So yeah, that's the first show. I've enjoyed that. Like I say, you probably noticed I like talking a bit. I got that energy, man. I'm just ready to go now. So we'll see you same time next week.
Nice one.